Hey tappers, how are you doing? I know it's been a while since we've been together, and I've missed you all a lot. I thought it would be a good thing to do until I can see you on some online classes that are coming up soon. I thought a good thing would be to create a couple of rudiments, like workouts, small steps, small combinations that work on certain skills for your feet that will help you maintain your skills and also make your skills better and have some fun too. I found some great music that I could do a paradiddle rudiment to. It's one that I've used a long time ago. It's one of the very first things I taught to Brittany when I met her. And I thought I would share that with you today. I'm probably good for a few of the groups actually. So I'm going to back up a little bit, start at the beginning, explain the paradiddles and the double paradiddles we will do. We'll talk a little bit about the pattern, and then we can do it with the music. I can't wait to get started. So I have a small board that I can work on here at home. It's relatively smooth. If you have carpet, this works. Bare feet works. Tennis shoes work, jazz shoes, ballet shoes. Just be really, really aware of the floor you're dancing on so that you don't damage the surfaces. So be thoughtful there. To get started, real quick talk about paradiddles. Be sure your first move, that is a dig, that you're coming from above here. Let's never do this. Always here. Next is to brush back. Ball of your heel, be sure you're bending your shoes, and then heel drop. There. 4 sounds. Push your heel down with intention. You want to make sure all sounds are equally important. The board's kind of loud, so hopefully you can hear me well. Anyway, double paradiddle would be as though you forgot what you were doing in the beginning. That's how it feels to me. You would start your paradiddle with the dig and a brush, and then you do that again and finish. That's all there is to that. There's your double. Woo, missed a sound. So let's do 4 of the doubles just to get the hang of it. So we can do that together. 5, 6, 7 goes. 1, 2. Let's do 4 singles, then 4 doubles. That should get you pretty much started. The combination we're going to work on is a pattern of singles and doubles. And we talk about patterns a lot. We're going to do 4 singles. Let's start with our right foot. Then we're going to do 2 double paradiddles and then 1 single paradiddle. So your pattern would be 4, 2, 1. That would be like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1. Same thing on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, and then 1. That's the first section of the pattern. So let's try that again, just a tiny bit faster. 4, 2, 1 on the right. 4, 2, 1 on the left. 5, 6, 7 goes. 1. That last paradiddle. That was a single on the end. What I wanted you to realize is that there's no break between the 2 sides. There's no pauses. There's no anything. They just keep going. I know some of you then would probably say that in the middle, when you're switching sides, it's like doing 5 singles, which is an interesting thought. About half of you would think of it that way. I hear that question almost always when there's this kind of a combination. So think of it this way. If the pattern was 4, 2, 5, 2, 1, it kind of makes sense too. I don't prefer it that way, but some people would think of it that way. So here's what that would look like. 2, 5, 2, 1. So it sounds the same, takes the same amount of space. It's a different way of thinking about it. You have to decide which works for you. For me, it's a symmetrical pattern, so it's exactly the same on the right and left. So I prefer to think of it as 4 on the right, singles, 2 doubles, 1 single, 4 singles, 2 doubles, 1 single on the left. We're going to do it one more time, and then we're going to go on. So one more time with no stops. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 1. That's that. Last thing you did was a left single. So my right foot's free. Do single paradiddle, almost, over there. Do that again. And a single paradiddle. Crazy. Start with your right foot. So we did dig, brush, ball heel far away, ball heel in, dig, brush, far away, in, single paradiddle. Reverse. Dig, brush, far away, in, dig, brush, step out, step in, single paradiddle. Quicker without me saying all those words. So that's one in no, it's not. The last thing to do, we have a right foot left. We have one more thing to do before we finish the right side. I almost forgot. You're going to go back with your right leg, that's the available leg right now, and do the first half. 4, 2, 1, and then a stamp. So we would do 1, 2, 3, 4, double, double, and a big stamp, which leads us to the other foot, where you would repeat the entire thing on the left. But we're going to just think about the right side for now. I'm going to do the whole right side. I'm going to start over here because we travel. So the entire pattern. 4, 2, 1. 4, 2, 1 left. Sides out, which is 1, 2, single paradiddle. 1, 2, single paradiddle. And then you repeat the entire beginning with a double, double, and a big step. Cool. Just step. If you see my note in room 5, folks, some of you may have seen that. Don't stomp, save your knees. That's plenty loud enough. So here we go. We're going to do all of that. 5, 6, 7, go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, double, double, single, left side. Single, here we go. And start over. Left side. So that's the whole process. When we're in the studio and we have a lot of room, it's really, really fun to do those side steps where you step out really wide and really travel far. I have I think 4 feet here, so I have to keep it small and do it within my space. But it's doable, and it's good work for your feet. Paradiddles are good warm-ups for your ankles. So I have a little bit of music here. Hopefully you'll be able to hear it, and it works really good for this rudiment. So I'm gonna put that on, and maybe we can do it once, and we'll go back and try it again afterwards. So here we go. Here we go. That a teeny bit louder, and we can try that again. It's medium speed. If we get time at the end of this, because I'm trying to keep us down to about 15 minutes, I'll pick a different song and we can do it quite a bit more quickly. So let's try that one more time. On the right, and we'll see how that goes. Yikes. Left side, exactly the same. Let's run through that once, and then we'll see if we can do it quickly with a different song both ways. Left side. So you just went, and 1, 2, 3, 4, left. Right side. And we travel out. There's your left side. Let's see if I can. I don't know which one would be a good one, but we'll find something that's quicker. Oh, this works. I'm going to start in the down here, I guess. 5, 6, 7. How'd you do? There's a lot of songs that are good speeds for this. See if you can find some that you really like. I would sure love if you would share some of the ones you like to use the best to practice the routine. Routines, actually, just the rudiments. Combination, I like to use different ones to start classes, as most of you know, and that's one of my all-time favorites. anyway, check it out, practice it, take care of yourselves and your family, and hope to see you soon. Like I said, online classes starting next week, so I'm super excited to see you then. Hugs from me to you. Hope you have a great night. Bye.